Okay.
Hey, Average. How's it going?
We're up. This is a new experiment.
Yeah.
Here with the barrage podcast studio that's not in the barrage.
In the backyard.
What-
I don't even know how to say that.
whatever it is this is called. Yeah, here we are.
It's Oasis.
Wherever it
For
is,
me.
damn, there you are.
Yeah.
Um,
Man, we got lights everywhere, man.
yeah, it's like, so you can't really see it right now. For all you out there in podcast land that are, rolling the dice on actually watching one of these instead of just listening to it, you can't really tell right now because we got so much ambient light.
Yeah.
The sun hasn't quite crested yet,
Yeah, it's getting later and later. The sun's setting.
but yeah, we got new lights.
Yeah, I like them.
So we'll see how this
They're way more subtle than the last one.
the industrial.
Oh my god! It wasn't even industrial. That light's about the same size. It's actually smaller than those.
Yeah, it's
And it's got, man, it's way more brighter. I just looked at it, now I'm seeing 12 lights.
yeah. Don't look directly at
No,
them.
it's like looking in the sun and seeing spots.
And it doesn't help that I wear Coke bottles, and when I look at the lights, all I get are
And a hat that shades your face.
yeah. Well,
So
what,
it's hard to light
what do you
your
want me
face.
to do?
Yeah.
You want me to not wear a hat?
Well, no.
I got
that's
bad.
fine.
I got bad shaped head.
Do you?
I either have a bad head or I give bad head. I've been, as Bob would say,
Is there really any bad head?
yes.
Is there?
Yeah, that's the name of the episode, by the way.
Is there really any bad?
Is-
Write that down because we're gonna forget by the end of it.
Is
And
there
we're
really,
what, 2 minutes in?
is there really any bad head?
Can you really get bad head?
Do you want me to provide you an example, an
Sure.
anecdote?
Sure.
Well, I gotta get in the ultra way back machine because
Doesn't include braces.
no, dude.
Everybody says,
no.
"Oh, this chick had braces." I'm like,
braces.
How do the braces? Was she brush her teeth with it, or?
That would be uncomfortable. That would be. That would cause mild discomfort.
Yes.
Man, no, I've never.
Well, at least when we listen back, we'll remember the episode.
I have never experienced the braces thing. I was close, but then her mom said no. So it's
What?
nothing. You know what? She wouldn't sign the NDA and the permission. It was a whole thing.
It makes sense.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. So, I will tell you. Yeah. So, my very first experience. We're kind of a golf podcast, so let's start out right now by just talking about bad head
Okay.
and how that applies to your golf game.
Yeah.
My very first experience into fellatio was.
Was it you doing it or somebody else doing it to you?
No,
Oh.
no. I have never.
Oh.
I've never attempted it. I mean,
thought you were talking,
when you're
I
like
thought you were talking in first person.
when you're like 12 and you try, well, when I was 12,
Wait,
that was back when Marilyn Manson had a couple ribs removed so that he could auto fillate.
Yeah.
Um,
I think it's a myth.
it 100% is. But when you're 12 in the 90s and that's happening in
So-
real time, you're like,
Oh.
huh? Well, I wonder if I could just and you,
It's the popo.
it's
Yeah.
so that's the only time I've ever attempted.
So, right. I forgot where I was going with that. Fucking helicopter.
But my first experience, being the receiver thereof of the
Yes, I get it.
universal sign of I'm kind of into you
Yeah.
was not great.
On your part or her part? Both.
What you said
I know,
is there any bad head? And that's so I'm trying to give you an example of
Teeth.
when I say bad, it wasn't like, oh my gosh, like
That's what I'm saying.
yeah.
That's what I'm. You just proved my point.
But it was kind of. But that's like saying a bad round of golf is better than a good day at work.
That's true too.
Yeah, but it's still a bad round of golf.
Yeah, but you're not at work.
Yeah, but that's the whole thing. Is what I'm trying to say. It was not good.
All
It
right.
wasn't like,
Did you finish?
you know, I didn't lose either inch in the transaction, but
Did you finish?
yeah,
Then
bro,
how
like
bad-
you're
then
supposed-
how bad is it?
dude,
That's what I'm saying.
I finish.
Alright.
I finish getting jerked off by a dude regularly. I mean, a big sweaty hairy guy is like
Are you looking in the mirror?
cranking my
Are
hog,
you
and
looking in the
I'm
mirror?
still able to. Every once in a while the phone screen changes and it's just a mirror, you know, and you're just like, you see that face.
Who's that fucking guy? Just holy
Oh.
shit.
and you're just, I can still, you know,
All right.
it's.
You surprise yourself every once in a while.
It'll make you stop though. It'll make you really, really introspective.
And then think
you know?
about, what did I just do?
Like what is that?
I'm horrible.
And I can't figure out if it's bad, like that if I want to pull on a mediocre hog, or if I'm gonna let a big fat hairy sweaty guy pull on my hog.
It's the same thing, isn't it?
Yes, but mentally, like it's a hurdle. You got to do some mental gymnastics to get yourself into a mindset to where you can, you know. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're kind of a golf podcast. What do we have golf related?
So, well, you didn't play golf this weekend
I did not.
because you moved up to the lake, but we played Friday with David
Oh yeah, for his birthday.
for his birthday
Yeah.
and shot very well. I did. Bruce did. Bruce beat me by one stroke.
So run me down that round. I feel like you kind of did. We hit
So-
the high notes, but
Yeah. Front nine. It was good. I was really hitting the ball well. I was really striking the ball well. Getting off with my driver. Wasn't putting that well. I was reading way too much into the putts.
and you played Desert Springs.
Desert Springs, where I partake in work.
So you know that course.
That's like maybe the third time I've ever played it.
Mm.
But I've been a ranger many times to where I know where everybody lands and where you shouldn't be and where you should be and all that stuff. But I couldn't make a putt on the front, and ended up with a 43, I think, on the front, or 42 on the front. Bruce had a 38 on the front. I think, I don't know. I'm probably fucking it up.
Yeah, he definitely shot. I remember. So you guys started on the back nine.
We did. We should start on
and
10. Yeah.
He went out in 38.
Which
and
the second hole in the back is the hardest hole in the course, the par 5. And, yeah, so. But then me and David started telling him that, hey, Bruce, you're playing really good. Really, really good, man. You are on fire. And Bruce started fucking up.
Well, once you start believing it,
Yeah.
then yeah.
Yeah, it was like the next hole. He was shank here. Missed a couple putts. I didn't miss a couple putts. I ended up shooting a 40 on the back. And, yeah, he ended But I took 3 penalty strokes on the last 3 holes. 1 in the water and then 2 OB. So I lost by 1 stroke.
So 2 OB, but
No.
did you re-tee or?
No, I didn't
Or
know
did
it was
you-
OB at the time. So I got up there and it was like maybe 3-4 inches out of bounds
Uh-huh.
in somebody's property. So I
Right.
couldn't hit it. So I just went to the fairway, dropped.
For 2 strokes?
Yes.
So how is that 3 penalty strokes?
Because I hit one on 16, I hit one in the water.
Yeah, that's 1 stroke, and then
Okay.
you had 2 OBs?
No. 2 penalty
Oh,
strokes.
2 penalty. Oh, okay. I see
So
what you're saying.
3 penalty strokes
Yeah.
in the 3 holes. 17, I parred, and then proceeded to shank one. The wind was blowing really bad.
Yeah. Friday was a little gusty.
So I hit the bitch ass fade, and the wind kind of made it a bitch ass slice,
Mm-hmm.
and ended up like 4 inches out of bounds. So, Bruce was right there on top of it. Oh, that's out of bounds because he knew
Right.
I was coming.
Oh, he
at
gets like that.
him. He knew, so he made me just go to the fairway and drop a hit 4. Okay, so I ended up with a double 6, which I would have parred if
Yeah,
I
it would
wasn't.
have been. Yeah.
You know, and I think he parred it or something.
Of course, if you would have been in the fairway off the tee, you probably would have duffed your next shot. And
Probably I would have been over the water, back in the water and stuff. But it was a good round Saturday. Sunday was a little different. I couldn't get off the tee box for shit.
So you played with Southwest Valley
Sunday
at Arizona Traditions.
Yeah, it was a little different because that's a short.
So
really
break
short
down
course.
that tournament. So what was the form? It was like a weird format or something.
It was everybody played black, white, copper.
Everybody, regardless of your flight.
Right.
So how does that affect the handicaps?
Well, it adjusted your handicaps as what of every tee box you played.
Okay.
So I think I was a 12 that day. So you might have been like a 16 that day, playing from different.
Right.
They just adjusted the handicaps, but I'm not really sure how it worked. I'm just like.
So Kurt Sorensen was like a +3.
No, he wasn't actually. I think CJ has been on fire lately.
Oh, are we going full chinks on everybody that's playing better than us?
You know what? Yeah, let's do it.
So how'd that work out for Bob? So, I made it a point to bring up how well Bob's been playing,
and he has been playing very well.
But I will not be blamed for his.
I think your name came up on Sunday.
It is not my fault. Had I been there, like what y'all did to Bruce.
Yeah.
And I've done it to you.
We did it intentionally because Bruce was kicking our ass. Me and David did it intentionally.
Here's the thing. Once you start believing it.
Right.
It's like the opposite of the whole fairy dust thing, like think of happy thoughts and...
Yeah.
Yeah. Once you start believing it, then... it's bad.
It's amazing how it happens.
You just got to believe that you suck.
Even if you don't believe it, and you say, I haven't had a bogey on the front nine.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Now you're totally screwed.
Yeah.
But can I be, in a court of law, can I be found liable for,
Probably.
jinxing?
Probably. Because you've jinxed all of us.
I wasn't even there.
But you were there because you were
so what you're
here.
saying, what you're saying is I live rent free.
Yes, in everybody's head. In everybody's head.
Just the idea that if I was there, I'd probably say like, "Oh my gosh, you've been playing so well." That's not my fault. I can't be, dude. That's like some Minority Report shit.
You said that to me on Saturday.
I'm getting arrested for a murder that I haven't even tried to commit yet.
Yes.
No. We're not there yet as a society. I can't be held liable for a hypothetical chinks.
But it happened.
It's a hypothetical. How does it? How?
Is it?
How
was he playing well?
He was not.
Did he
not
play
that
well
round.
on
I don't know. He didn't. But how is that my fault? I wasn't.
Did he play? I don't know if he played on Saturday or not. But
I have no idea. But how is that my?
Because you were in his head.
Okay, so
I'm guessing. I don't know what he was thinking. He probably watched me tee off because he was 18B. So we spun the tee and I ended up last. So everybody just freaking drills it down the fucking fairway. Well, not everybody. Weaver was left, and David was left, but he got the bounce and came back in.
So it was you,
me, CJ,
PJ Escobar.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Sexy Ocho Mattresses LLC, and
Weaver.
Dr. Weaver.
Dr. Weaver.
Okay.
So, I think Weaver was.
I like how the only way to conceal his real identity is just add doctor.
Kind of like Sexy Ocho. Everybody knows this.
Yeah, well, there's formerly Mattress King, but now Sofa King.
Sofa King Sexy?
Yeah, it's so fucking sexy.
Yay! So, anyway, yeah. So then I get up and just top my ball and barely make it past the women's tees.
So what do you attribute that to? What were you doing different in your swing?
I have no idea. Because on the driving range, I was striping everything.
I attribute it to that.
It could be, yeah. Maybe I shouldn't go to the driving range, but I need to get that feel in my
Yeah.
in my wrists and where I'm at in my swing, you know, to start.
That's what you use the range for?
I do, just to get the feel of where I need to be with my swing.
Interesting.
What do you use range for?
I'm not. It's not a judgment.
And to loosen up my
yeah,
bat,
it's
you know?
not. It wasn't a judgment. Like, oh, I would never do that. All I'm saying is, people look at it different ways. Like lately, I've been doing everything in my power to not practice at the range, just loosen up. Because when you practice at the range, like you might hit bad shots, you might hit good shots,
right,
and you're just putting more swing thoughts in your head when you're doing that. Whereas I have found that eliminating swing thoughts leads to ultimately hitting the ball better.
And that's why you're doing the one club warm-up.
Yeah, I'm just trying to loosen up. I don't give a shit. Like, I'm not trying to shape the ball. I'm not trying to... It's more so of I'm just trying to loosen up and see what I have. Like, do I have a bitch-ass fade today? Am I hooking the ball? Like, what... Am I hitting it fat? Like, what's going on? Yeah. Just so I know what I got.
Right.
Not I got to hurry up and fix this. We tee off in 7 minutes. You know, like...
Well, of course, I got there at like 6 o'clock, maybe 6:05
for an 8 a.m.
7 o'clock shotgun. So I went straight to the range and, you know, just to loosen up and warm up and see how I'm going to be that day.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, this should be all right.
So you're uber confident stepping on the first tee.
Yeah, and just top it.
Did you correct, or were you struggling with that all day?
So the second hole, we were on the black tees, which are way in the back. Right, it's actually the first hole.
Okay.
Which are right up next to the road, and topped it again. And then chunked my second shot, chunked my third shot, and then hit my fourth shot over the green. So, you know, it took me a while. I put the driver away. I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. I'll start hitting my 4-iron. Because, you know, playing different tee box.
Well, and that course, too, that course is very short.
It is. And when you play the copper tees on a par 4, you're only 320 yards away.
Right. You don't need driver.
So even if you do hit a driver, you know, I'm only, you know...
Yeah, now you got an
20 yards away.
Awkward. Yeah.
So, but, you know, you're too close.
Yeah.
So I try and keep it back 110, 115, 120, you know.
Your favorite full swing shot.
Yeah. You know, I have 3 clubs that I could hit on those distances, so I'm comfortable with those distances. So I try and keep it within there.
Well, I'm the opposite. I usually hit one club 3 different distances. You know,
it depends on
your 7-iron is either 125, 155, or 175.
Right.
Depending on. Yeah.
I can do that. A lob wedge, hit it 100.
But it's It's always a surprise. It's never intentional.
Yeah,
like, I'm going to hit this.
You don't know when it's coming.
Yeah. On a 140 yard par 3, I might hit it 175, or I might hit it 125 into the water.
Yeah, it's always a surprise for sure.
Yeah.
Something just happened with it. Something changed on the screen.
Did it? Like what?
Wow, we look a lot brighter now, though, don't we?
Well, the sun is going down.
Sun's going down.
The lights are coming up.
Are those lights too close now?
I don't think so. Just don't look directly at them.
I know. I'm trying not to. The one up there, don't look at for sure.
Yeah, that's
the one you just looked at.
Yeah,
don't look at it.
Where is it?
Look to
like
we might be able to turn that
like
one
a
off.
moth to the flame.
We'll check it out. I think. I don't know. We'll adjust.
It's
at halftime.
It's probably fine.
Yeah,
we'll see.
So what'd you do this week?
Uh,
Well, so you were telling me you had a breakthrough at your lesson. Do you want to do it now, or do you want to wait?
Well, let's get through the weekend.
All right.
So, it's the start of lake season.
Yes.
So we got up Saturday morning and drove the fucking RV up to Havasu.
Was it?
Actually, it wasn't that bad. It was windy as shit.
It was windy.
And it wasn't nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be, you know, when you're driving a brick down I-10 against the wind.
You tend to... How do I put it?
Here we go.
Over-exaggerate things? You think about it too much?
Well, yeah, I definitely...
Goddamn, it's going to fucking be shit.
I definitely have anxiety.
And you talk yourself into that shit. Just
But
like your golf game.
Well, no, you're not wrong.
No. I
Yeah.
know.
It really wasn't that bad. One of the things I like about the RV is that it's very easy setup. Like, literally just drive it into the spot and,
Hit buttons.
auto level. everything
It does it all better.
levels out, and then you run the slides out, and then level it again, and then you're
Beautiful.
and then you're home.
Then you're like,
You're home. Next, yeah, and then I'm like turning on all the TVs, seeing what channels we have this year, because
are you in the same spot as last year or no?
yeah, same spot.
Why would it be different channels?
Because when you leave an area,
Do you have the Game Show Network?
It's not the Game Show Network. It's like Buzzer. It's like the shitty,
Right.
on antenna TV,
Right.
and it's always like
The shittiest games.
It's always
you
like
can find.
1968,
Yeah.
Match Game or some shit. But what's funny is you see all them old TV stars like young.
Yeah.
Remember last year we're sitting there and like Radar O'Reilly is on there, like
Still hiding his hand.
Gary Berghoff.
Yeah.
Yeah, however you say it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Radar.
Yeah, Radar. Yeah, with this fucked up hand that I didn't even
always-
know.
you
And then
didn't?
I never knew that. And then once you told me that, now I'm like, you like watch an old episode of MASH, and he's got it
always
hidden.
hiding his right hand.
Yeah, it's either in his pocket or he's
Yeah.
like got something blocking it.
Holding the clipboard
Yeah,
with it or something.
yeah, it's weird. He's got that one weird hand.
You don't have any fingers on his
It's
right.
just another.
right or left hand. I can't remember.
It
which
don't
one.
matter.
One of them.
But yeah, so we've got everything all set up. We had
What time did you get up there?
like 11.
Okay, so you left about 7 o'clock in the morning.
No, 8.
Okay, 3 hours in the RV.
Yeah,
You
it
were
wasn't,
running
dude. I was cooking.
You were running it.
I was cooking, dude.
So Mrs. Average is behind you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the boat's already up there.
Yeah, boat stays up there.
Did you get it serviced?
I did.
No.
Did. Got it serviced. Got it. Which that's a whole other thing. So I don't want to name them by
I was
name.
waiting for it.
It actually, we had a problem, but it wasn't. I don't know that it was necessarily related to what they did or didn't do. Like every year,
There's always something.
they fuck something up,
And
and
say
then
they did something.
you almost sink, and
then you open up the thing and there's still tools and shit in
Yeah.
there. And then
yep, shit's unplugged,
Yeah.
hoses not connected, all kind of stuff. I didn't find so we launch Sunday morning. We didn't go out Saturday
so
because we're just
what happened
set at the
Saturday?
homestead. So we got all set up, and Mrs. Average has to.
How do you explain it?
She has to unpack everything, and
It shouldn't be that much. You
no. But I
pretty
mean,
much did that before you left, right?
Well, but you're putting stuff
I
away.
hear
Like
you,
now
yeah.
that the slides are out, now you can
now
like
that you're
really
driving and
put stuff away.
Right,
And meanwhile, in the bedroom, so there's like a wardrobe that's got 4 big dresser drawers, all like packed, jam packed full of about 843,000 different bikinis, dude.
Oh.
Like just you couldn't get another
Where do you put your
bikini in there.
bikinis?
Well, mine fit in my pocket.
Oh, perfect.
Like, and then, like, because
Just like your- just like your
because I wear the small ones.
Yes. Isn't it short summer?
It is. Well,
The
yeah.
summer of short shorts.
But I didn't do that this weekend.
I was gonna say, let
I'm
me,
a little-
let me
I'm-
see your burn lines.
I'm a little white for that. But I
you
did.
did get
I
well
did. Well,
burned.
we were sitting there on the boat on Sunday, and I'm pulling the shorts up just to get so that I don't want people to freak out
Dude,
when
it hurts, man.
when I break out the tiny shorts. I don't want there to be that Neapolitan, where you got the white stripe in the middle, and then the red, and then like
and then the chocolate.
and then the tan. Yeah, like
Is that when you're like bending over your shoulder?
yeah, that's the stripe. Oh, watch out for the chocolate stripe, because that. Whew,
Hopefully it's not a stripe.
I shouldn't have had that 3-bean salad. So it is. It's back. So we're jumping all over the place, but yeah, I
Sorry.
determined. So we had David's birthday party on
Oh, my
Friday,
God.
right? And
Yeah, I'm glad we went home early.
it turned into a weird. Oh,
Yeah, we are jumping around all over the place. Aren't
we are. It's fine. People they're following along. You're keeping notes at home out there in podcast land.
Oh.
I decided for I guess it starts at the Battle of the Bridge. So we rented a sweet Airbnb.
Yeah,
we had
that was a nice
we had a bunch of
fucking
people up there,
Airbnb.
nice pool, hot tub, everything.
Game room.
We get all the way up there, and I realize I'm looking at the pool and I'm like, oh man, it's pretty nice.
Yeah.
And I realized I totally neglected to pack a swimsuit. Like it was only golf was on my mind, right?
As it should be.
And so when we went to play the practice round on Saturday, I dispatched Mrs. Average. You know, she goes, well, I'm going to be out shopping anyway. And I go, well, get me a fucking swimsuit, right? Like,
yeah.
And so they went to like Ross or something, which I had to do all the returns this weekend. But
Did you return her?
she got no, not the ones that I wore, but she got like a variety of different.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, those are cool. Put them on. Nope, not wearing
Are
those.
those the ones she gave to me? You say, hey, try these.
Probably. And then there was like another pair, same thing, and I'm like, goddamn, not gonna happen. And she goes, oh, here, try these, and it was one of those like, you open it like that, and I'm like, holy smokes! But they're only like this short, but it's like looks like a belt.
Uh-oh.
We lost power in a couple of the
Something-
lights.
oh,
No,
oh.
it's the big light.
Oh, I probably put the shortest battery in.
It's fine. It didn't. Out there in podcast land, do y'all notice a difference?
No, we'll notice tomorrow when we watch.
Yeah, it looks fine. These ones seem
I
to be
look
working.
great. You look like shit.
Well, that's just how I roll. So anyway, I got the swim trunks. They're like this short.
Weren't they a pinkish, hueish color or something?
No, I don't know. No, they weren't.
No,
pink.
they
They had like
yeah.
different. They look like the 1999 like Ryder Cup with the different pictures. You know,
Yes. That's right. Yes. Yeah.
And so I put them on and they fit, but they're fucking short as fuck. And I'm like, oh no.
Did you sit in bubble gum?
Yeah. Like, oh, this is not good. But I'm going, you know what? I'll wear them. I don't give a shit. But by that time, I'd been drinking all day, and I was like, fuck it. I'll wear them.
May not have been buzzed.
I'll wear them.
Yeah.
So I did, and then I decided right then and there, it's short summer. So for David's 80, he had an 80s themed birthday party.
Well, it was supposed to be 80s themed. Well, we dressed up 80s themed, but the venue did not have an 80s
they
theme.
forgot. Mrs. Sexy forgot to send them that memo.
Forgot to call and check what the theme was that night because it changes every weekend.
Yeah, but honestly, it was jumping around so much there wasn't even really a theme. It was just kind of like hodgepodge.
Well, yeah, the bartender DJ.
Yeah.
After he served his drinks, went up and started
Right.
DJing. I think he was just playing his own jams.
He was just
up there jamming.
Yeah.
We're like,
it was like his shower playlist.
Right. Yeah.
But so I was gonna go 1780s, but the powdered wig was gonna be a little too itchy, so
Yeah.
I went 1980s, or I tried to anyway. I was just a young lad back in the 80s, and
You look great, by the way.
I had a weirdo shirt, like I had an MTV T-shirt and then a weird like pink and blue, two different
With the
patterns in
shorts.
half.
Yeah.
But then
It all worked out.
in my shopping cart. I almost got the OP corduroy, where your whole nutsack is hanging out.
Yeah.
And honestly, you know the reason I didn't is because I went, I don't have any underwear that I could wear with that, and I am not buying underwear just for those shorts.
The short par 4 underwear. Oh, you don't wear those anymore, do you?
No, but they're
Not
dude.
that I
Even
should know
still, the yeah. They're boxer briefs.
Yeah, but they're short boxer briefs.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
But
they're shorter
either
than-
way, I'm sitting there and I'm
Yeah.
going, I don't own a pair of underwear. Like I don't wear like whitey
'Cause I'm
tighties or
free.
no, because that's even worse, dude. When you're wearing the tiny shorts, next thing you know,
sit down. Whoops.
yeah, dude, you got
Hey, and you're
You got-
nice and comfortable.
you got a smoked mackerel hanging out, like just what?
Like that picture you sent me and Bob,
All of a sudden,
or that picture you sent me, you and Bob sent me.
oh yeah, with the whole, yeah, and you're like,
I'm like, what do you get looking at?
No, it's just uncomfortable, dude. And then at a place like that, and then you got the dude in the fishnet T-shirt sending you drinks, and you're like, I don't know how to let this guy down. Like I might
Did
have
he send
to.
you a drink?
No.
Yeah, he did. He did, didn't he? He was checking you out.
No.
He
no,
was.
No, it's not like that.
It was like that.
That was Bruce, by the way.
He was. Bruce didn't look any different.
No, I was
Three
like,
popped collars.
I thought you were gonna dress up.
Yeah.
Did he have his members only jacket on?
No, I don't. Maybe he might have. I don't remember, man. That night was a blur.
Anyway, I declared it short summer.
Yeah.
I've been known to name a season a time or two. So it
All right,
is.
So
it is,
short summer.
If you
All right.
anybody out there in podcast land, if you're coming to Havasu this year, and yeah, just beware. There might be
some shorts.
There might be, yeah.
Do they make short, like Quicksilver board shorts?
Yeah, I'm quite certain. Yeah.
I almost bought a pair of 7-inch shorts.
Well, that's short enough.
7-inch.
When I
Is
say
that-
short, I don't mean Daisy Dukes. I'm talking normally I wear like
knee.
Yeah, 10-inch, 11-inch, inseam. But 7-inch. That's 7-inch is that's what I was
Is
wearing
that what
Friday
it was?
night.
7-inch.
Yeah.
That's so short.
It is, dude. It barely
It's
covers
not
your
bad.
hog.
It's not bad. Yeah. It's not bad when you're standing up, but when you sit down,
Yeah. Then they come
They're
up
like-
all the way. Yeah.
they're like some really short underwear. It's like,
That's why everybody kept telling me, "Oh, sit down," and I'm like, "Nah,
No, I'm good.
I'm good. I'll stand." I don't.
Now the real story comes.
Well, I said
Because
that.
you drove over in the...
Well, yeah, dude. I'm sitting in the truck and I'm going. The truck drivers passing by are like directing me to the Flying J, and I'm like, "What? Huh? Huh?"
Did they hold up? Are you a lot lizard?
It was just kind of one of those, wine 'em, dine 'em, 69 'em. It was fucking sea bass. But it is short summer. So
All right.
if you come to Havasu,
You know what I'm going to do?
we're going shorty shorts.
The board shorts that I have, I'm just going to cut them off.
Or don't even just wear jorts, dude. Just cut off jeans, like
I don't have the junk to wear
mid thigh cut off jeans.
No. Because then in the water they're going to fray. You're going to get out, the fray's going to be like 6 inches long.
You're gonna be wearing a grass skirt.
It's just like, woo-hoo. I'm like, oh, that is not what I want. Yeah, I don't need that.
So be warned.
All right.
Short summer.
All right. Do you have a pair of short swim socks?
Not well, just the ones Kelly got me in Havasu.
All right. So you're going to wear those all summer? Every day?
No, I might get more though. I might get the chubbies, that are pretty short. I don't care. I don't give a shit, dude. I got nothing to prove to anybody. You know what I mean?
Dude,
like
that water is so fucking cold up there.
there is no swimsuit I could wear that I'm putting it on going, I look good. I look so good in these swim trunks. Like, dude, I've given up. As you can tell, I've given up. Like, it is what it is. It's just, I'm me. I'm him. I'm dude. I am so back. I'm him.
Well, you won't be him until October.
Dude, I'm gonna be him at Los Caballeros. You heard it here first.
Oh.
We'll get into that in the next segment.
Oh. Yeah, we need to because, yeah.
Are you jingling around like you need
No, I'm good.
Where are we
I
now?
have no idea. I can't see that far.
It's about right. I think we should, and then we'll reassess the light situation.
Yeah.
And
I think I'm really bright and you're not.
well, I'm just talking about how we're
And then,
how
then
we're
we got to
lit
adjust
up.
the lights.
Yeah. What button do I push? All right. Yeah, we'll come back and we'll figure this whole thing out. We'll be right
It's
back.
like a practice run.
And we're back. Where was I? I feel like it was a minute. So
I know. I can't remember where we were. We probably should listen back to the last 3 minutes.
I can't do that because it's only when we go to the prostate break. It's only a pause. Like I'm not advanced enough to have all this. Yeah, we barely got lights.
We should write down what we.
It was only a couple short weeks ago that we had a desk lamp without a shade on it sitting behind.
And then I ordered the other jumbo light.
Yeah, well, now we have lights with filters on them.
Filters,
John.
And we can't find the right filter.
I know.
I hope this looks all right.
I
mean, I feel like I'm really bright. Maybe it's the shirt. Maybe if I wore a darker shirt, it would.
I don't know. You know what? I don't know. I always
look great, though.
I always look greasy. So.
Do I look greasy?
What? What? Huh?
Huh?
No, you look fine, dude. You look good.
Is that better?
It's great.
Yeah.
It's great.
I feel great.
I feel like I just ate the old 96er. Well, that's just gristle.
Oh, I miss John Candy. Dude, who sent that photo out of you in the parking lot of...
What? Oh, it was Prusik. Sends out...
I don't know
and
where
you know
the fuck
what?
I was.
And
I just
at
kind of
first,
looked at him like, what's Average doing?
At first, I'm like, well, he's not wrong. But then it's like the closer you look,
God damn it,
the worse it gets. I'm like, fuck, dude. That's at least a 4X shirt on that guy. He's got like...
Could that be like...
He had like...
5 years down the road?
He had
10
like
years down the road?
camo cargo shorts on. He had...
I could see you in those. The short ones. It's short summer. Summer of short shorts.
It definitely looked like somebody that sells remanufactured vapes outside the community college campus.
I was driving on the road. I was going to East Mesa for helping a friend out. And I just kind of looked and I'm like, the fuck is Average?
So you thought it was me.
Well, just first glance, I was doing 75, 80 down the freeway, and I'm like, I'm like, oh, it's not for me. And I just like, and I did a double. I was like, but I couldn't stare at it to see. Just at first glance,
that makes me want to. That makes me want to.
It was
go
the
home
beard, dude.
Get in the bathtub and open a bottle of wine and my veins.
Do you take a bath?
What?
Do you ever take baths?
No.
You should in the RV.
I don't have a bathtub.
There's not a bathtub back there?
No, it's stand-up shower.
You could lay down in it.
Curl up
Fetal
in the shower pan and just
Just
close the door and let it fill. Just put like duct tape to where the water doesn't come out. Flex seal the whole door.
You can only. I've done that in Mexico. I crashed on a quad and hit my shoulder, and so there was no tub. So I laid down and put my feet up the wall in a shower maybe this big. You can barely, like your last shower in the trailer.
Yeah. Well, that one there actually was a tub.
There was. It was
a little bathtub.
But my buddy Gary that I helped on Saturday, he goes, dude, I gotta scrub this because it's got fucking dirt, I don't know what in there. It's like, So he took a fucking scrub brush and just.
That's comfy.
Yeah, bottle of Jack.
Right. Like you're taking a fucking.
Oh man, dude.
Bullet out. Yeah.
Oh no, dude, it hurt so fucking bad. It was a nice raspberry. It was good size. But anyways, you can take it. That's just you can get in. You can get in the water in a shower.
I'm not relaxing in. Yeah, I don't really do that.
It wasn't relaxing though.
I'm not a bath.
I'm not a bath guy either.
Honestly, the last time so Mrs. Average and I.
Can you see the memories coming back? Can you?
So the first time that we ever went to Havasu.
Yeah. Ever?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, okay. the first time we ever went there to like go to Havasu. We had
To
been,
stay for the summer.
We had been there in the past, only to get a rental car because I had totaled a rental car out on the I-10, and the closest Hertz location was at the Havasu airport. And yeah, anyway, the first time that I actually took her to Havasu, to go to Havasu, we towed the boat up, made reservations at the Heat.
Heat?
The Heat Hotel.
Is that any?
That's
there
that
anywhere?
one. That's that one that's on the channel. Over by
I've never stayed over by the channel.
no,
Or
but
on the
you've
channel.
been.
I've been through it one time.
It's right on the bridge.
Dude, we're
Anyway, it's right there at the bridge.
all right.
It's actually a cool hotel, except it's kind of a party scene. Like they have like fucking these crazy rooms where like the shower is like in the middle of the room, and like everything's all open. I swear to Christ, dude, they got like crazy lights and stuff. Like it's a party scene.
And why am I
Not
saying
every
the RV?
not every room is like that. They, like one floor
Is it
has
still there?
the Heat.
It's like the swingers floor
Yeah.
or what?
Kind of. I mean, it's it's a spring break destination. You got holiday weekends. You got. I mean, it's kind of a scene.
Is it really spring break anymore?
Havasu?
Yeah.
Every year.
Really?
Yeah. Every year.
That's
But we don't.
before-
We don't
That's
go.
before late
yeah,
season.
we don't
though.
go.
Yeah, okay,
It's-
gotcha. That's right after snowbird season up there.
Yeah.
Which is
I mean,
huge.
it's like beginning. It's like beginning
March.
or middle of March.
March, yeah.
Anyway, I booked a room at the Heat. Nice room, right there on the corner. So we had double sliders that open up, and you're right there on the channel.
Double sliders.
Like the sliding glass.
Oh,
like,
oh.
and the whole front corner.
I thought it was a double wide.
No.
With sliders.
No.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
No, like the whole
Alright, now I
corner of the
got you.
room
Alright.
is glassed
Okay.
off. So like you just
Kind of like
open
in
them
Mexico,
shits
you
up.
just
Yeah. And
Alright.
you're right there on the channel, which was cool. But anyway, we pull into town, I don't know, late. Because you know how we roll, right?
You got there 9, 10 ish.
So
11.
we pull into town late-ish on a Friday night. And meanwhile, I don't remember what, like, if we like drove through Del Taco or what the scenario was. All I remember is I had to go to the bathroom like right when we got in the room, and I'm like, I'm really sorry about this, but I gotta
Is this
like,
when you guys first got together?
No.
Or no?
No,
You guys
this
have been
was-
married. You guys have been together
Yeah.
for a while, yeah.
but I'm like, first thing, like we barely get in the room, and all of a sudden I'm about to like destroy.
She's not eating ass that night.
Well, so let me finish the story.
All
So-
right. Go on.
So I'm sitting there doing my thing, and I'm looking around the bathroom.
Did you get a bumpkin?
No,
No.
dude, no, ew, no. God damn. Can you picture Mrs. Average? Like, no, that's not a thing. Dude, I can't remember the last time I got routine, like, let alone
Just hey,
Let
how
alone-
you doing?
like truck stop scenario. Like that's we don't engage in fringe like activities. So anyway,
Sorry to bring that up.
so I'm sitting there and I'm just looking around the and I'm going, yeah, it's pretty nice tub, one of those like corner tubs where it's like a pie shape.
Yeah.
And
Jacuzzi.
yeah, and they have all these products like on the thing, and there's a sign that's like, oh, for your enjoyment, like help yourself, apply, or it says like apply liberally or some shit like that. And so I'm like, well, while I'm sitting here, I could use the noise, start fire up the bath, it's doing the whole thing, and I'm like, huh. Look at the bottle, and it's like, oh, just generously. And so I'm like, lig. Next thing you know, dude, like the wall of fucking suds is like, it's like going to the ceiling, and I'm like, oh no. and I finished what I had to do, and I'm like, I run out there and I go, hey, I might need a hand with this. And she thinks I'm trying to get her to go in there to like break something up so that because I'm like, I might need a hand in here.
You are to break up some bubbles.
Well, she's like, no, I'm not going in there. And I'm like, no, really, like the things are getting out of control in there.
Did you turn off the water?
No. Because the bath wasn't even full. I fully intended.
How do you know?
I was doing it for her. I'm like, look.
Could you see?
No, but you know. But I'm like, it's not what you think. I just need help. I don't know what to do to mitigate this problem. And
this is fucking
so reluctantly she goes in. She goes in and like, oh my gosh. And I'm like, it said generously. It said like pour generously. So that's what I did. And yeah,
that was for the washer, not this.
So we just had to like scoop a bunch out and just put it on the floor, like put towels, you know.
You should have threw it over the balcony into the channel.
Well, I would have had to carry it all the way across the room. But anyway, that was the last time.
Did you get in the bathtub?
Oh yeah, yeah. Once we like deleted.
Could you see each other?
For a minute, it was yeah, but that was the last time I was like in a bath. And that was.
Now I know why you looked so skeptical telling that story.
That was a lot of years ago.
It brought back a memory, like bam. I was like, oh shit. You know, how you forget about that shit,
yeah.
And then all of a sudden you say, "Hey, you ever taken a bath?"
Yeah, it just so happens that. Well, no, I was thinking before that even. We actually fell asleep in a bath once.
Was it in Korea?
No.
Oh.
No, we were. This was very early on. So this would have been 2004. I took her up to San Luis Obispo for our 1 year anniversary.
Are they known for their baths?
No.
Oh.
No, but no.
Oh, I thought you went out to like some hot springs or something.
No. I booked this hotel. So there's this hotel right there on it's like Monterey Street or something. Called it used to be. It's not there anymore. It's something else. No, it was called
the Bubbler.
It used to be called Morgan's Mansions, and every room was like an individual. Every room was like an individual little bungalow type situation, but they were all like old timey. It was all like Tudor style, like English countryside type thing. That was the theme. And so I was like, oh, this will be cool. And so I booked that for our anniversary. Took her up there as a surprise, and then we engaged in activities. And if you ever, Kelly will, she'll hide a gummy worm for you. This was way early on, and dude, you never played Find the Gummy Worm? Good morning, Missy. That's going to be on the agenda here soon.
I'm not big on gummy worms.
Yeah, well, it turns out
different
other things will work. It doesn't have to be, just so happened. So so we were out. This was when one of the times that confirmed like the crazy.
You or
her?
Oh, okay.
So, no, for me, like this was one of the times where I'm sitting there going, "This chick's fucking crazy," but I'm kind of into it.
I love her.
Yeah, we're out.
This is your 1 year anniversary.
Yeah, and so meanwhile, it's like 4.5 hours away from where we live at the time. We're still in Oceanside at that point, and we go out to dinner at this steakhouse. I'll never forget. It's called 1865. I don't know if it's still there or not. But the guys from the 805 chapter would be able to know. But
if they listen,
I don't know if they do.
We'll find out.
So anyway, we're sitting there at dinner. Meanwhile, I've been there as many times as she had, and
0.
right, and for whatever reason, we're like drinking a bottle of wine, having some food, and the waitress is, not flirting with me, right? But like being nice to me,
Yeah.
Well, that gets taken the wrong way. Now, dude, like instantly, all of a sudden, I'm having an affair with the waitress. Like, who is this chick? How, and I'm like, I've been here as many times as you have.
Huh?
Like, yeah, what? This doesn't, you realize, of course, this makes zero sense. Like, I've been with you the whole time that we've been in town. Like, how would I have...
Right.
This
How did I set this up?
This isn't a thing.
Yeah, I brought you to my affair.
So,
Yeah.
so I feel like at some point she realized that she was crazy and decided to, hide some gummy worms for me. And then we proceeded to turn on break out the Norah Jones CD that I had. If you don't listen, if you're dating abroad and you don't have a Norah Jones CD,
I do not
you're
have a
doing
Norah Jones
well.
CD.
You haven't dated in how long? Since before Norah Jones was a thing.
Fuck.
So this was right when she was like a thing. Okay? So like I don't know who today's artist would be. I don't know if like Billie Eilish or somebody. I don't know.
Taylor Swift.
No, because that's too poppy.
No.
Norah Jones
I
like
don't
a
know.
easy
I'm not
listening kind of.
Norah Jones.
It's anyway. You want to
Okay.
take Missy to a romantic weekend in Tuba City, and
It's a Mexican hat, thank you.
yeah, whatever. It's not far off.
It is pretty far.
Get in the bathtub, pop in the Norah Jones CD, and hide some gummy worms. And anyway,
I'm gonna
we
ask
fell
Mrs. Average
asleep.
about gummy worms.
We fell asleep in the bathtub.
If she shows up and has you with a fucking bag of gummy worms,
So there's gummy bears in the fridge in the RV, but it's too risky to hide a gummy bear because that could get lodged. Like
well, until the next morning.
I don't have the range to dig one of them shits out of the back.
All
Like,
right.
It's like I don't have like Go-Go Gadget Pac-Man on the end that like
Oh, there was a.
yeah, bloop 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 bloop.
Oh my god. How did we get here?
I don't know. Oh, you were asking me about Bath, so I was telling you all of my Bath stories, which that about sums it up. The all of the many bathtub adventures of Average Johnson.
So we can start calling you Bubbles now.
No, my glasses aren't that thick. Apparently, I gotta go back to work, which is fucking bullshit.
What's his cat's name?
Which one? He's got 100 of them.
Oh man, god damn! I can't remember where we're going with this story.
You were I don't know either. But now you know. Now you know. now you know about the bathtub.
Now we know the rest of the story.
You know about the gummy worms. You know about the Norah Jones.
So if I ask her about gummy worms, say, hey, you got any gummy worms? Do you think it'll trigger something?
No, not if you just ask her for gummy worms. But if you...
But I don't want to ask her for gummy worms because the next time I see her, she'll have fucking gummy worms
Yeah,
for me.
she will.
I know.
But if you say, hey, do you happen to have any gummy worms? Because Average said you might have hidden some somewhere. That might trigger.
Should I say, hey, do you have any hidden gummy worms?
She might get it.
When we're at the lake?
She might get it. I'll do my best to not... Because she don't listen to this shit.
I'll wait till you're throwing our beer cans away.
She don't listen to this fucking shit. So
I know she don't. She does.
No, she does.
Good morning, Mrs. Average.
No, she doesn't. 100% does not listen. I promise.
Somebody does. You know what?
So
Missy will listen in the morning.
So you know who I found out listens, which I was very surprised. So do you remember? Ooh. And I don't know what we named him to protect his identity, but if you recall, there was an episode called "What's the penalty for losing a ball in the water?" Because this.
Well, he listens.
We'll call him Biden.
Okay. All right.
You know.
We'll call him One Nut Biden.
instead of let's go whatever.
Brandon. I get you. Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, we'll just call him. Thanks. So you know how we're like trying to protect people's identity.
Oh, fucking idiot. So yeah,
now who's brighter than who?
I am not. I never said I was bright.
So Biden was in Havasu this weekend.
How's he doing?
He's Biden.
Yeah. I don't know how to take that.
So his boat's 100%.
Is it? Did it break down?
I don't know. I have no idea. I didn't see it.
What's the boat?
So they
how
went.
Was he there, then?
They went out Saturday. We weren't out there Saturday, but then we were at the office.
Who's they?
Biden and the Bidens.
Okay.
So Mrs. Biden.
Okay.
Turns out she listens to the podcast.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
Which,
shocking.
yeah, I was like,
I would have never guessed.
why would that be a thing?
Good morning, Mrs. Biden.
Yeah, Mrs. Biden. So
Is it Miss or Mrs.?
I think it's still Mrs.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Yeah. ... So, no, you guys didn't go out Saturday. You guys only went out Sunday?
Yeah, dude, because we
Right.
had to set up the homestead,
right,
and
yeah.
then we got roped into
20
fucking.
minutes?
We had to go to some Airbnb to meet
Did
up
you?
with people from work.
All right.
Yes. So okay, yes. When you say, did you have to? Yes. The answer to that is yes. Not because it was mandated, because it wasn't like it was a work thing.
But how did
it was
they know
just
you were up
people
there?
from work, because they knew we were going to be up there. Because
You're always up.
Yeah, and it's like it would be like if somebody from another chapter that knows you was coming to Surprise for the weekend and didn't reach out to you and go, hey, I'm going to be in Surprise for the weekend. Like, so when they were going to be in Havasu, they knew that we were probably, and they were like, hey, y'all going to be in Havasu? Because we're going to be in Havasu. And that's at the point where Mrs. Average is like, yeah, we can't wait to hang out. Because that's who she is and who she cares about. So we did that.
That's not true.
Saturday. What?
She hid gummy worm for you.
She what?
She hid gummy worm for you.
No, I know.
She cares about you.
She does. What I'm saying is she cares about everybody. Like she is
true.
not
that,
one
that is
to
true.
alienate people
That is
at
true.
all.
No,
Like she's
I hear
we'll definitely hang out. And yeah.
Kind of like me.
Yeah, you're not one to alienate people. I don't think I can't even come up with an example of where you've probably alienated someone.
So what time did you get to the office?
I don't know. We probably got there. I think we left that
because it's office season too.
It is. It's not just lake season. It's all
lake
season means it's office season.
Yeah, but during the battle at the bridge.
Good morning, other Missy.
Yeah. During the battle at the bridge, you guys went up to the office twice.
Yeah.
To your detriment.
We also did that. And so it turns out if we're in Havasu, we're probably going to stop by the office for 1 or 2 a.m.
Oh, we talked about this on the last podcast,
Yeah.
but so
it's a thing.
So you got there. You only spent one night there, or did you go?
No,
you didn't go Sunday night.
Yeah, we didn't. No, yeah.
Where'd you go Sunday night for dinner on your way home?
Oh, we just drove through because we actually.
Oh.
So that's the whole thing. So we hung out at the office Saturday night with the Bidens, and then they ended up leaving fairly early because Mrs. Biden was fucking trashed, and she had to turn in. And they had a kid. They had their.
Oh, about the kids.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, at least one of them back wherever they were staying. So let's go. So they boned out at a fairly reasonable hour, and then it was like. Now it was our time, just me and Average,
Right.
Me and Mrs. Average, just me and Average.
Right.
And,
me, myself, and I.
So that's when obviously I start dominating the touch tunes and
What's the song of the summer?
we're we are accepting applications. It's one of those things. The song of the summer, if I had any control over that, I promise you it would not have been Watermelon Moonshine last year. Like, I was campaigning so hard against that, and even I have to concede that it was Watermelon Moonshine.
And there's a hole in the bottle.
That was like
three.
Song. Yeah,
I know, horrible. I'm like, what the fuck is this song?
I think the best song of the summer was 2 years ago.
Chris Stapleton.
No.
No.
That's not even of the summer. That's Have You Ever Golfed with Whip?
But that's Sunday at the Lake.
Well, there was Chris Stapleton Sunday, which I don't think we really observe that anymore. Not that we're against it. We just... So here's the thing. 2 years ago, Song of the Summer was the cover of Dancing in the Moonlight. It's like Chris Lane and I forget the female on it. But that's a good song. That's a good song.
I like that one.
But then last year, I really tried to make it On the Boat Again. The Jake Owen cover, you know, and it just didn't
stick.
Wasn't a thing.
Mrs. Average took over and said no.
Well, all the wags were like, nope, it's Watermelon Moonshine, and so that's what it was. Yeah. So when that song hits, there are a couple of front runners right now, which I don't know that I could tell you the names of them, but it's early.
I woke up on the wrong side of the truck bed.
No, that song was last year or the year before that. Yeah.
Oh. I don't know. I'm not current on it.
But
I don't listen to current country music.
When it hits,
does it have to be a country music song?
Not necessarily. Well, that's generally what we listen to. So
ish, yeah.
It's generally
Kid Rock. You guys listen to too?
Yeah, but it's rarely going to be a Kid Rock song.
Yeah.
But
all right.
But yeah, Biden, he's doing.
Did he show you
his boat's 100%? And
did he show his squirrel nuts or no?
No. But
it's all healed.
Apparently, everything's.
He didn't show you a picture of it like you did last time?
No. I was bracing for it because it could happen at any time.
Was he wearing short shorts?
No.
Probably could have just looked over and
So, yeah. So then, anyway, where I was getting at was we slept in a little bit on Sunday.
That's good.
And went to breakfast late. Went over to Juicy's. Did not see Nanny McPhee, which I've been expecting.
Oh, that's right.
Did not see Nanny McPhee at the office or at Juicy's.
Juicy's.
And
did you have morning glory?
I did not. Neither did we. Both had iced tea.
Really?
Yeah. Well, the reason why we slept in is because Mrs. Average.
Did you guys close the office?
No, I think we left at like 12, something like that.
34, 5.
No, it wasn't that bad. She had a lot to drink throughout the day, the evening,
Dude, it's a long day.
But then Sunday, we got out there late because not only did we sleep in and then go to breakfast, then we had to come back, we had to load the cooler, then I had to get on the boat, make sure everything was, like, I had to load all the towels, all the first trip stuff.
Yep.
Dude, we hit the launch ramp at like 11, which...
Wow.
Right around that time is normally when, on a Sunday, we're going, what time do you think you want to start packing it in? That, and I'm telling her that. I'm like, we're getting a very late start.
Yeah.
So then we ended up actually...
So you're just testing the boat at this point?
Well, we went out full sandbar.
Did you make it all to the sandbar?
Yeah.
Did you blow up all the rafts and everything?
Just the one for... And
all right, let me ask you this.
The water was cold as fuck.
Oh, yeah. How long of a nap?
No.
No?
Mm-mm.
Really?
No, because she slept in.
Oh, true. I guess so.
And then, so we were just hanging out, and then it turns out, if you're in the water for a length of time, it's really not that bad.
You get dumped?
Well, no. That's what I was worried about, but honestly, you just adjust to it. It really wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
So we hung out in the water, did the whole, bring the cooler down, put it on the end of the boat, that way you're not getting out. Just hung out, beautiful outside,
Nice.
Not a cloud in the sky.
A lot of people or no?
No, it was reasonable.
Jay and.
No, I think they're in Mexico.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Oh,
she's
they-
got a
they do
place.
have a place
She's
down
got a
there.
place down there, like in some weirdo, like fishing village on the Gulf side
Yeah.
of the like mainland, not the. Yeah,
This is riveting.
I know. Well, like, what are we even talking
I
about?
have
Is
no
this a
idea.
golf podcast?
It
Like,
is. So how was your lessons?
So, I had a breakthrough.
Uh-oh. And so
So here's
so I know because I've played golf with you many times. I know what you're trying to accomplish
Mhm.
and feel,
Mhm.
and I finally I don't know if it's the same thing, but I know what it feels like to be in the right position now.
That's what I
But
struggle with.
you've been struggling with that for a long time because you're wrist rolling.
Yeah, so it's kind of one of those things where I attribute it to learning a new language or something. Until you start thinking in that language, you really don't know it. Like if you have to translate,
Excuse me.
if it's a second language and you have to think in yourself in your brain, how do I say this in this language instead of just thinking it in that
Right.
language?
Yeah. I hear you.
So, and I'm not even remotely saying I'm close to thinking in the right language. What I'm saying is, I struggle to get the feeling.
You've been stuttering a little bit, to say the least.
You're talking about my swing.
Well, your game a little bit.
Yeah. Well,
Because
I think that I'm saying the right words, and I'm not saying the right words. This is a terrible
Right.
analogy.
I know. Yeah.
The language thing. What I'm saying is, I'm the kind of person that needs it to be explained to me and shown a certain way. Otherwise, like I won't understand it how you understand it necessarily.
Right.
Like you've seen those videos, and you hear people talk about, get your trail hand up in the, like you're serving a tray of
Right.
drinks position. If you
That's what
if
I
you
was-
play that out, that is what causes me to roll in my takeaway. I'm trying to
Because you're
get this
thinking, right.
I'm trying to get this
That's your swing thought.
hand flat. So the only way to do that is to open up the club face. In reality, that's not how it's supposed to be at all. Like, yeah, you need that wrist cup,
Right.
and you need your lead wrist flat. But I'm doing some really bad shit trying to accomplish that. And in reality, so what I did, I took a different approach in my lesson. You know, he keeps trying to beat it into my head a certain way, and I'm sitting there going, okay, that's not how I can't, until I can feel it. So
Right.
all I did was take away for a long time
Yeah.
and get to the top of the swing. I need to know.
Was he when you're top of your swing? Was he moving your wrist or anything, or was he telling you where to be? Or
Yes.
was,
Yeah, helping, but I'm trying to do it to where I'm
You
going,
can feel
okay,
it,
it's a repeatable motion for
Right.
me. It has to be a repeatable motion, not okay, just pose me at the top and then say that's correct.
Right.
Like I need to be able
and
to
they come
get
behind me and
I
reach
need to
around
be able to
and-
get there. I need to be able to get from address to top of my swing.
Right.
and have it be right in order to be able to feel what that feels like. And I finally started to be able to feel basically the exact, it feels like I'm trying to learn how to golf left-handed. Like I'm having to do shit exact opposite of how I have been doing it.
Right.
Like literally the opposite.
Yeah.
Like instead of rolling this wrist open,
It's-
I'm having to roll it like the total other
Roll
way,
the
and
other
it
way. Yes,
feels.
to get you in the right position. Yeah.
And so anyway, I had kind of a breakthrough in being able to feel that, and the other thing that he actually brought up, which makes total sense, this time last year is when I actually started playing a lot better
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I am not playing golf
Right.
during lake season. So what happens is, so I do my lessons on Monday. What happens is, I go to my lesson Monday, all week I'm trying to like, I'm putting all kind of pressure on myself because this weekend I got to play golf well.
Right.
I got to play golf well this
Yep.
weekend. Whereas during lake season, I don't have to play golf for like 2 more weeks.
Right.
So like, all I'm doing is just working on muscle memory.
You're thinking about gummy worms.
Well, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm Adventures in the Bathtub with Average. That's the name of the episode.
Write that down because we're gonna forget it.
Write it down with what?
Adventures in the Bathtub with Elmo.
Yeah. So all I'm thinking about during the week, and I'm just trying to do.
But, well, yeah.
So what happens is when I go out on the golf course prematurely, let's say, which is what happens when I do my lesson on Monday, and then I have to play golf. I
Right.
can't be
I
like,
agree.
all right, guys,
Or
I'm
at least
going to
hit
try
balls.
this fucked up
At least
swing
hit
that
balls.
I just learned. I'm going to try to.
See, that's the
I
thing,
revert
too.
back. I revert back to old habits because I'm on the course and I have to play. So I revert back to what has
And that's because it's comfortable to you.
right. So that's where I feel like I've stalled out over the course of golf season, not lake season, is because I'm playing golf every weekend and I'm going. I don't understand why I'm not making any
right.
progress.
Right. I understand that.
So we'll see.
But two, you're not going to the range anymore either.
No, but here's the thing.
It used to be
the
a
progress.
religion.
The progress that I made between last Monday and this past Monday was like staggering. And the only difference was I didn't play golf.
Your wrist position.
I didn't play golf in between.
Because you're not thinking about all that bullshit.
Right. Like I literally just went.
So
Okay.
were you doing what you normally do and without a club in your hand, like when you're out the lake? You're
Yeah.
standing or
Oh yeah, dude, I do
you're
that.
You're doing swing.
Anybody that plays golf regularly is taking practice
Yeah.
swings.
Go
Like
swings.
you just
yeah.
do it. But now I have you have purpose. When you're in a lesson plan, you have purpose for that instead of just I just want to look like a douchebag air swinging a club. Like you actually have a purpose of I'm trying to feel
Muscle memory.
I'm trying to feel that
Yeah.
that top of my swing.
Yeah.
And then start the transition, So, I don't know.
Well, I will say this. You've made leaps and bounds since last year, since you've started lessons.
Yeah.
You're in a way better spot now. Even when you play bad, you're still playing halfway decent.
Yeah, my bad rounds are
Under 100 normally.
I'm
Your bad rounds used to be like 110,
Mm-hmm.
115. You're still playing decent because you can scramble and still play well. You have better thoughts for your golf game. You know what I mean? Before you're like, fuck this.
right.
Well,
when you don't understand why you're playing bad, it's very
nobody really does because you can shoot fucking lights out one week.
right.
Well, and then somebody say something to you and it gets in your head.
Oh, now you're trying to
No,
you're
I'm
trying to
what I'm
promote the
saying-
narrative that I'm responsible for Bob's shitty play.
Not at all. Not at all. I'm just fucking around. So, but Friday, I shoot a fucking 82,
Mm-hmm.
and go out Sunday and shoot. I can't hit a fucking ball off the tee.
You still shot an 89.
It's traditions.
Okay. All I'm
That's-
saying
that's
is
like
it
an
wasn't.
exe-
It
that's
wasn't
an
like
executive course.
It wasn't like you
basically.
shot a 102.
No, it wasn't.
You know.
No, I didn't shoot 100. But it's. But it's like day to day. It changes.
Right.
I wasn't making good contact with my clubs. I wasn't hitting the ball crisp, like I was on Friday. It was just
Yeah.
I couldn't putt for shit, and it's just two totally different
Yeah.
freaking days. It's just it happens.
It does.
And we're not pros. And even if we're pros, I mean, somebody go out and shoot a 63 one day and go out and shoot a 70 the next.
Yeah.
I mean, that's huge for them. Same course.
Right. I don't know, dude. But I'm hopeful. I feel like I'm. I needed that positivity of realizing that maybe me not playing golf every weekend is actually going to help my progress.
It may.
Because you know how much I love lake season?
Yeah.
I equally hate that I'm not out playing golf.
So
like both can be true.
Instead of going,
I can love being. Yeah, that's not. I know where you're going with this. It's not.
Go hit range ball.
It's not a thing.
I know.
I both can be true. I can love being out in Havasu and being at the lake all weekend, and I can also hate that I'm not golfing. It doesn't mean that I'm going to give up.
But sometimes you hate the way you're golfing too.
Yeah, but that doesn't.
But you still
do it.
That was the old analogy. A bad day of golf is better than a.
Yeah.
Is it better than a bad day on the lake?
Is bad head still better than bad golf?
Yes. Yes.
Where are you getting this bad head?
I'm not. Just saying. Even if it's bad, it's still good.
Is it? Then what makes it bad?
It's exactly.
I'm going to tell you what.
It's like somebody else said. Have you ever had a bad pizza?
So, yes.
I know.
Yeah, that's not a good analogy.
But
so I had a chick one time. You've probably heard the story about the disproportionately large.
That's
that's
not the same thing.
So if one is of normal size and the other one is
not the same thing. That's a bad experience.
Disproportionately large, but not like good large, like hang them down low, tig old bitty. Just one, and then the other one is of normal size, and when they get in that position over top of you, and
did you finish?
No, I didn't even start, dude. Instantly, like it just makes you go big rubbery
that's
one.
That's a totally different analogy, though.
It
is.
That would. What I'm saying is
way totally different.
That would have been bad head.
No.
It would have been.
No. Because you don't know it's bad head until
and she had snaggletooth, which.
You don't even know.
You can catch a flap.
You don't even know.
What if your Go-Go Gadget Pac-Man gets caught on the snaggletooth? And now all of a sudden you got your largemouth bass down there.
What are you saying?
What I'm saying is if it's supposed to be the opening is supposed to be a certain size.
So who's the snaggletooth then? You?
No. What? The person that's, helping you out with your...
But she never got there.
No, but if she had...
How do you know?
Listen,
do you know?
I got up out of there.
It could have been the best you've ever had.
No, probably not.
Because she's going to try harder, I guarantee you.
Actually, I'm going to tell you what.
See?
No.
I told you.
No. What I'm saying is everything else was like... I was trying to remember and I'm going,
Actually,
there's a reason why I was in that position in the first place. Because everything else was like fairly within standards, right? But then you discover shit you wish you didn't know. Like, I got one giant fucking titty. And you're like, wait, that's weird though. Like, how...
That's weird to you, not to her.
No, it's probably weird to her too. Like, she's
just trying to get laid.
Man. I couldn't have been the first person that fucking got up out of there after she unleashed the beast.
Maybe you were. Everybody else was said,
Oh, just turn her over?
Yeah. How old were you?
Dude, this was before...
How old were you?
This was before Mrs. Average.
How old were you? 18?
Well, it was the summer of Ken, so it was the summer of 2003. So I was
No, jeez.
I was 22.
12. 22.
It's 22.
22. And you...
What? Dude, it was a bad scene.
I guarantee nobody else said,
I couldn't
I'm
get
outta here.
I couldn't get it. I had here's the thing.
At 22.
Yeah, here's the thing. For somebody, it's a horrific double standard.
Right.
For somebody of my stature, I have always had unreasonably high
You weren't
standards.
that big at 22. No, you weren't. I've seen pictures.
I wasn't, I wasn't svelte.
You weren't like you are now either.
No. God damn. You make it sound like, you know what? I'm going to go fucking hang myself.
We need a prostate break.
You know what? Check your phone later. I might be texting you a fucking suicide
Don't
note.
do that. Come on now.
I can't do that because I've already met the love of my life. So that's the only thing that would save me from...
You never knew if she had gummy worms or not.
Who? The one with the... I didn't want to find out. Dude, I wasn't... Listen, I date for marriage.
The summer of Ken, you were dating for marriage.
Listen, I was in between.
How many others did you date before you...
It was numerous. But I wouldn't really call it dating, okay?
You just said.
I was interviewing for,
She could have been the best.
I was interviewing for the Mrs. Average position. That position was open.
You discriminated against her.
Dude, she failed the cognitive...
What if she would have never took her bra?
Then
it could have been the best you ever had.
It might have gone to the panel interview.
It could have been the best you ever had.
Nah. Listen.
How do you know? You can't say nah.
No regrets.
No regrets.
Yeah. Nothing. I got no... There is no shoulda, woulda, coulda.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
How do you...
That's not what this is about.
It's really not that bad if you finish.
What?
Head.
Oh.
We're back to that.
Oh.
That's where we started.
I guess. So to bring it full circle. So you've never had a scenario where you didn't? Where you're just like, you just got to go, look, give up. Like, I don't know why you're still doing that. It's obviously not working. Like, just, here's a... Flick him a bus token or something, bad. And I mean, what? How do you?
No, I've never. No,
you've never had a scenario where you didn't complete.
Riveting.
I mean, where you had to it's okay, for your own dignity, just. Go somewhere other than where you are right now because this isn't happening. I mean, no.
There's been times with not Mrs. Average. It's.
Oh, are you trying to take another break, or are we just going to wrap this up? I can't read that.
I can't read shit.
Hold, please. Oh, we're good. I don't know that, dude, because it was about to go into some dark territory. Because there was another story. There's an anecdote regarding, the one time that I have not been able to. One time in my life. But I'm not going to bring it up. We'll talk about it on the next episode of The Average Minute.
All right.
Do not let me forget.
I won't. Trust me.
What did we learn today?
You can never get a bad blowjob.
Okay, that's the moral of the story. This episode of Sesame Street is brought to you by the letters B and J.
B. And J.
So, all right.
We lost our line again. God damn it.
It's fine.
Oh,
you know what?
The bugs are coming.
I know
That
they're
light over there
getting
went
ready.
off.
They're getting ready to swarm
Goddamn.
back our direction. All right.
Yeah.
So anyway, we didn't learn a whole lot.
Probably not.
This is.
We learned late
I don't
season.
even know what we're doing.
I don't
So
know.
anyway, we'll just wrap this shit up.
Upsetting episode.
Welcome back, the Bidens, to
Yeah.
Lake Havasu.
It is lake season. Welcome
It
back,
is
everybody.
fucking lake season. I'm going low at Los Caballeros
All right.
because I got like 2 more lessons.
Dude, I'm
before
looking forward to
tournament.
that because it's all brand new.
They redid the whole shit?
The greens and the bunkers. So we'll see.
Okay.
Last year they were like sponges.
Yeah.
Like
So-
your ball marks were like this, fucking 2 inches deep in the fucking green.
So we'll see how that
Yeah.
is. Until next time, yeah, you can't have bad head.
You can't. It's
All right.
just
Yeah.
saying.
Moral of the story.
It's still good even
got
if it's
you.
bad.
For all you out there in podcast land, till next time, we will see you in the rough.